If you haven't yet found your soulmate, have you considered that they might not be on Earth? What if they're in the Ashtar Command? Hi, I'm Joy Elaine, author of the Joy Chronicles, and this is the first in a series of videos I will be doing about the 6 books I have written. In them, you are offered opportunities to step into your destiny's role in Earth's evolution. You'll also be shown the big picture for Earth. It's grander than anyone has ever dreamed. The overarching topic of these videos is the joy of the Joy Chronicles, and so I'll be speaking about people I love and events that made me happy and or astonished me. But let's get back to soulmates. I met Ashtar Commander Tonas in the first book of the Joy Chronicles, Path of Sweetness. In February 2014, I stepped energetically onto an Ashtar Command spaceship located on the 10th dimension above Earth. At that time, I'd given up on the idea of having any kind of intimate relationship with a man. You know what they say about when you least expect it? But I really wasn't expecting to encounter tall, dark, and handsome. By the way, if you're a man listening to this video, there are women in the command, and there are also Ashtar commanders who are women. Early on, Tonas told me that the feminine are the individuals that have the greater minds. I wasn't sure I agreed with his assessment, but I decided not to argue. And if you are a person into drama or a woman into the bad boy type, you won't be interested in anyone in the Ashtar Command. You know about the types of men and women who live in duality because Earth is a dual world. And while there are some lovely individuals of both sexes to be found here on our dual Earth, that's not who I want to speak about today. Today, the topic is non-dual individuals in general and Commander Tonas in particular, so that you can learn about what your future mate is like if they are indeed to be found in the Ashtar Command. I know there are a lot of individuals in the command because Tonas had 900 crew members on his ship, and his ship is one of the smaller ones in the command. At the time of my first book, there were 86 million ships stationed above Earth on the 10th dimension. The concept for you to consider is that if your ideal mate is a non-dual member of the Ashtar Command, he/she can assume any appearance they choose. Of course, you'll be able to do the same thing once Earth reaches non-duality. Let me repeat that. You will be able to assume any appearance you choose once we reach non-duality. Tonas, who looks like he might be 30, is actually over 25 million years old, and he's the youngest commander in the Ashtar Command. My 72-year-old Earth persona has short, curly brown hair, blue eyes, and a few wrinkles. Tonas described my appearance on his ship. Now remember, his spaceship is on a non-dual dimension. He described my appearance this way. Your hair is long and blue, and it flows down your back like a waterfall. There was one time that you had the most unique violet eyes. Each time you laughed, they would become radiant with little golden sparkles. Your skin is sometimes violet, sometimes it is blue of the azure. You are someone who enjoys changing your appearance as often as your clothing. So, consider a partner who never lies, would never cheat on you, has no addictions, is never ill, and is always courteous and considerate. Although Tonas's body would act like a regular human body if he were to move to a dual dimension, as long as he stays on a non-dual dimension, he doesn't sweat, fart, belch, or snore. He doesn't even need to sleep. And personally, I found those attributes very appealing. Our first intimate act was when Tonas asked if we could hold hands. Don't you love a guy who likes to hold hands? Another thing he likes to do is to place a flower between my toes when I meet him on his ship. I'm usually barefoot. And he learned all about Earth's dances just so he could dance the Argentine tango with me. A man willing to dance without being drunk. I loved that. In my previous relationships, I usually ended up doing the activities the guy liked, while only occasionally sneaking in something I liked to do. It was really appealing to me when, early in this first book, we were discussing relationships and Tonas told me, "You must know I have no needs. So it is simply your needs that must be met in order for you to feel comfortable." I asked him if he was ever angry, and he answered, "Why would I be?" It's freeing to be in a relationship like this, but also somewhat challenging, in a good way, for me. I have to get used to having a partner who won't ever be disgusted, angry, or impatient with me or with anything I might say or do. Wow. When we reach non-duality, members of the command will be able to interact with us on Earth. Now, if you don't feel like waiting for that to happen, the good news is that eventually all of us, men and women, will have evolved to this stage of perfection that I've been describing. The next video will be a comparison of the Ashtar command with Star Trek, Star Wars. Please tune in. Namaste.